Namaskar all and greetings from Ayurveda Expo. Today we have all gathered here to talk about Agni Karma, a very less talked about subject, but a very important and the ultimate healing modality in Ayurveda. Ayurveda says that Charad Agni Gariyas. That means it's above the Sharkar. Tad Dagdhanam Roganam Apunarbhav. They never reoccur. Agni Karma is such a beautiful modality which treats without or minimalistic reoccurrence of diseases. And we have assembled here with a stalwart of practitioners and researchers in Agni Karma. I welcome you all to this beautiful and out of the box webinar away from the stress inducing webinars of COVID which we have been attending day in and day out for the last 1.5 months. It's an ancient, innovative parasurgical method. Actually, surgery without any surgical instrument. I always define it like that. It's almost a surgery, but without surgical instruments. So I think we should get this going. And we are here to savor another academic feast, the 11th one in the row, a webinar on Agni Karma. And I am pleased to share with all of you that we have participants from around 21 countries today in this meeting room who are
It's great.
attending this webinar about Ayurveda Expo. It's India's first word assembly on Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy. The first edition was organized at India Expo Center and Mart, Greater Noida in November 2019. It proved to be the biggest platform for the domain of Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy. Today, we are honored that the head of Ayurveda Steering Committee and Director of India Exposition Mart Limited, Sri Vivek Vikasji is with us. I request him to present a welcome note. Vivek Vikasji, please. With us?
Yes, please. Namaskar to all dignitaries and participants. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is a pleasure to have such eminent members on our panel for 11th webinar of Ayurveda Expo, a world assembly on Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy. Today we have Vaidya Ashwin Barot. He is renowned Ayurvedic practitioner in England. Dr. Nicholas Kostopoulos, founder Holistic Health Center, Greece. Dr. Sudeep Verma, Agni Karma and clinical research expert, Lucknow. Dr. Umesh Sehgal, medical officer, Haryana government. And the moderator of this webinar is Dr. Preeti Chhabra, senior consultant, Ayurveda, Sir Gangaram Hospital, New Delhi. She runs Sri Krishna Specialty Institute of Ayurveda. Recently, she successfully organized 5 Agni Karma workshops at her center. She has also national patron, National Ayurveda Students and Youth Association, NASYA. She is also the member coordination committee of Ayurveda Expo. The idea of Ayurveda Expo, a world assembly on Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, was conceived by Padam Shri Guruji Dr. H.R. Nagendra and Chairman IML Shri Rakesh Kumar. This expo was executed at IML at the international level to benefit the mankind under his blessings and guidance. With the help of Ministry of Ayush, we made it an international conference. Vaidya Devendra Trigunaji and Dr. G.G. Gangadharan played a vital role in making this program a knowledge-packed event. In 2019, the first edition of Ayur Yoga Expo received humongous participation from Ayush industry. In fact, the international footfall was 1,000, which is a huge number for Ayush exhibition sector. This time in 2020, Ayur Yoga Expo will be held in October. Today's topic is role of Agni Karma in Ayurveda. With my best wishes, let us start with the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that welcome note. I would request Praveen Prabhakar ji for a short video clip on Ayur Yoga Expo. This is just a small video clip of 1 minute, just to have an inkling about what's it all about, and then we roll on to the session quickly. Praveen Prabhakar ji.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes. Ma'am, continue.
Hello. Thank you, Praveen ji. I think we can start from here. Let's all together invoke the blessings of Lord Dhanvantari to shower his eternal bliss of health on the entire world. I proud of Dr. Ashwin Barot, the senior most panelist of the day. And before proceeding, I would like to introduce him. Dr. Ashwin Barot graduated from Nadia, Gujarat, practicing Ayurveda in a holistic way. He is a teacher par excellence, propagating basic principles of Ayurveda across the globe. He has revived Agni Karma treatment for effective pain management, and he has been instrumental in establishing ancient knowledge of Agni Karma on the basis of modern scientific principles. Sir, we look forward to be fed by the nectar of your experiences on Agni Karma. Over to Dr. Ashwin Barot, sir. Welcome, sir. The dais is yours.
Namaskar. Prayer to Lord Dhanvantari and all the rishis, Charak, Shushruta, Vagbhat, and all the rishis he has worked on behalf of us. They got some time to write books. Imagine, they did not wrote what they have wrote. We will not able to practice what we are practicing today. So always we are blessed with our rishis and our tradition. Comes to Ayurveda, everybody can hear me well?
Yes, sir.
Come to Ayurveda is a science of life. I always talk, this is not a science of Bhaishajya. It is not Bhaishajya Veda. Bhaishajya means medicine. It's Ayurveda, it's life itself. And life, 5 elements and the self, when you put it together, it becomes a human being. Now, why I love Ayurveda? Because I don't practice Ayurveda, I love Ayurveda. Do you understand the difference between two? Because when you love something, you merge in. So, when I was studying at that time, when they was telling me Hitopadesh, first year, and telling me about philosophy, I thought I came to be a doctor. Why are they teaching me philosophy? Now, 40 years of being in medicine, now I know philosophy is most important. Now, I will go back to Agni Karma, but Agni Karma is a tool. Generally, one has to learn more about Vata, Pitta, Kapha, which all of you know. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is a part of our tradition. Why I picked up Agni Karma? I'll tell you a little story so you know why am I on about Agni Karma. I have practiced in the West, in UK for years, and extremely successful practice, but I will not go into that. But I love to do research. I always want to find something new. Why Rishi has written something, whatever he's written, it has to be a scientific basis. So one day, about 8-10 years ago, I was traveling in India, and I went to different hospitals, our Ayush hospitals, and I saw a lot of patients sitting in the queue with arthritis. Because as you know, in OPD, in Ayurvedic OPD, you get 40-50% of the patients are arthritic patients. And I thought, okay, I'm fine in Europe, I have done a lot of work, but let me do something in India to help people through Ayurveda. Then I thought about all sorts of things. Then I was doing research into burns, and then I fall into Agni Karma. And when I read every sloka, what Sushruta has said, I said to myself, this cannot be true. When medicine doesn't work, when surgery doesn't work, when Kshar Karma doesn't work, Agni Karma works. And it's a profound statement from Sushruta. And I thought I will take it on. I had a few Vaidyas, young Vaidyas, they always tell me, teach us Ayurveda. I said, okay, let's start Agni Karma. So about 7-8 years ago, I started to take them to villages and we started practicing real Agni Karma, what Sushruta was describing. And that journey just now is 41,000 patients has been done in India. Now, 41,000 patients with a record, proper, precise detail of the patient. Why am I telling that? Because if a lot of Vaidyas who are watching this program, I want them to learn to be very precise in Ayurveda. Whenever we do case history, we must take a precise case history. I will not teach you every word about Agni Karma, but I want to young doctors to encourage to practice Agni Karma because it's a boom in Ayurveda. Because whenever we talk about Ayurveda, they modern say, do you have anything as a painkiller in Ayurveda? Do you have this? Do you have that? And why they get little shy? What I would like to say that Agni Karma works better than morphine. And I'm telling you with experience. So, Agni Karma, to talk about the practicality of Agni Karma should be done properly, clearly and precise. I don't want to go into detail by saying, Dr. Chabra already said that whenever you treat with Agni Karma, it gives profound good result, etc. Also, it works with skin and mansa. Mansa is the muscles. These two places, Agni Karma can be done. Dr. Kostopoulos will talk about the mechanism of it. I will talk more about the practical aspect, clinical aspect. I really would like Vaidyas to learn Agni Karma in a scientific manner, in such a way that when we produce the burn wound, it should be treated properly. So in Agni Karma, there are three ways of looking at it. One is Purva Karma, Pradhan Karma, and a Paschat Karma. These are the Sanskrit words. If non-Sanskrit speaking people or don't know enough Sanskrit, before the procedure, during the procedure, and after the procedure. What I have found over years of practice and teaching to my young doctors, that Purva Karma means most of the Vaidyas, they say, okay, you got knee pain, just do 10 points of the Agni Karma. It is not like that. Because wherever there is a pain, you can do Agni Karma. So most important, first to identify the point where you want to do Agni Karma, to examine the patient properly, clearly, and identify the point where patient feel most painful. Then make a little round and then do the Agni Karma. Now, when we do Agni Karma through Salaka. There are different ways of doing Agni Karma, Sneha Agni Karma as well. But Salaka, the metal, rod metal is the most appropriate at the time and place. Now, when you do it, what should be the degree? It must be 500 to 600 degree of the salaka. When the salaka become red, then you can do the Agni Karma. So first to find the point, number one. Number two, keep the instrument ready. Number three, talk to patient. Because whenever you are doing Agni Karma, thermal microcautery, patient feel anxious. So you must communicate properly. Then you do the Agni Karma, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, up to 20 points you can do it, depends on where the site of the pain is. And then I specifically emphasize on a Paschat Karma, which I'm emphasizing again and again with all the students who are learning from us, that Paschat Karma in terms of how to take care of the wound or burn wound. Sushruta did not describe too much about Paschat Karma, but to my mind, if you do not heal the wound properly, or if you do not cool the burn immediately, patient does not feel comfortable and they would not like to have another follow-up. So what I have done, myself and Dr. Kostopoulos, we have looked into different herbs and we was doing research into burns. Surya robusta, most of the Ayurvedic doctors must be knowing the name Surya robusta, Ral, and a herb from Greece called mastic. We have combined, because mastic is also part of Indian Materia Medica, we have combined that together with European technology and made a cream. Now, I personally believe that if you apply this kind of cream, which immediately cools the burn, which gives the confidence to the patient. So normally we do aloe vera, or we might use honey or honey and ghee. This does not take the burn pain away. This is something you have to be very careful, that you have to apply some substance, Paschat Karma, which gives a faster revitalization, anti-inflammatory, and reduces the burn pain that you have produced the burn. So this is something I believe that if you do in a precise way, then a lot of joint pain, joint problem, some kind of cases we have seen in India, where if you look at the MRI, 10 years ago, I would have said, no, this is an operative case. Nothing can be done, Ayurvedically or any other pathy. But by just doing Agni Karma, hundreds of patients has got better with evidence. MRI does not get changed. Let me make it very clear. So if you look at the MRI, and there is a complication, degeneration, and orthopedic has advised them to do operative procedure. This we have done, we have repeated the MRI again, MRI remains the same. So there is a lot of debate needs to be done, a lot of investigation to be done, but we must find scientific proof how pain get reduced. As we have orthopedics, we have pain consultant now. Most of the Vaidyas or people who are listening now, they would know that there is specialty called pain consultancy, where people go and study pain itself. So we have got a colleague from Ireland, Dr. Camillus. He is ex-dean of pain faculty. So myself, Dr. Kostopoulos, Dr. Camillus Power, we constantly work. What happens to brain? How does the pain get decreased? What actually happened? And as you know, in modern medicine, it's very difficult still to pinpoint which part of the brain get involved in pain. But by doing the procedure, and I think I'll mention the name Global Agni Karma Center, which is based in Ahmedabad. We have done 41,000 patients, 1.4 lakhs procedure. We also have running a course, up to now about 82 students we have trained, and doctor come from about 12 different states. What I'm trying to make a point, I talk like this to people to get encouraged. Then you say, oh, with Agni Karma, little aches and pain gets better, or real pathology patient hasn't get better. If Dr. Chabra allows, I will put a little 2-3 minutes video just to show how patient before and after improves. So is it okay, Dr. Chabra?
Please.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Just a second, we are fixing and we'll start showing. I carry on until they show. So what I really believe or would like to say that Ayurveda should be practiced scientifically, and we must have evidence based. Any work we do, they are trying to sort out to fix the thing. Anything we do, we must have evidence. And evidence means clinical evidence. It has to be there. So modern medicine, when we are talking, they always say, where is evidence? Modern medicine, they will ask two things, either evidence or mechanism. Now, how Agni Karma works, we cannot show the mechanism because one has to know the function of the brain, and functional MRI cannot show the pain, how the pain is affecting the brain at the moment. You want to start now? Okay. Okay. Start. Share screen. Yes. Okay. And yeah. Yes. Now I come back. Now the reason to show this, that any pain consultant from the world or orthopedic who sees the patient's pathology and their investigation, and clinically they examine the patient, they will say nothing can work. And when this kind of patient gets better, just trying to treat the patient with such a precise Agni Karma. I always make a fuss about precision. if somebody has come across to me to study Agni Karma in India, either through Skype or personally, they would know that everything has to be so precise and clear. And then if you do the Paschat Karma properly, after doing 5-10 sessions, depends on the condition, or a 2 session or a 1 session, patient improved dramatically. And we should keep I'm very happy to interact, because I don't like to keep on saying how good we are or what we do. I say how wonderful Ayurveda is and how wonderful our saint Sushruta is. For him to write then, 3,000 years ago, that look, nothing works, do Agni Karma. And I say, really? Let me try. But it really, really works in such a dramatic way. And I wish that every hospital, every clinic in India, whether it's government or private, they should learn Agni Karma. And the whole idea of in Ayurveda, we don't have a painkiller can go away. Dr. Jabra, you can ask me question, I can tell you more.
I think we can have a question answer session.
I mean, question answer or anything else, because I want to give other panelists to have a chance to talk.
Yeah, we'll have the other panelists in the row, and then by the end of the session,
that's what I meant. I want to stop and give you a chance to.
Yes. On behalf of the esteemed gathering, I thank you, sir, for a very motivating and confidence-building talk. 41,000 patients, 1.4 lakh procedures is really a number to be proud of. And Agni Karma, as you rightly told, and I have been also experiencing in my practice, that it is Ayurveda's non-drug. It acts as a non-drug morphine, and your practicalities, your confidence has been injected into the gathering, I feel. And we quickly roll on to our second panelist, Dr. Nicholas Kostopoulos from Greece. He graduated from Athens Medical University and was introduced to Ayurveda by Vaidya Aswin Barot. He has collaborated and practiced Ayurveda in integrated medicine in Harley Street, London, and established a holistic center in Greece in 1999. He has conducted research on the management of psychosomatic diseases and stress management through Ayurveda, and along with Dr. Aswin Barot, he has developed ointment, as Dr. Barot said, to heal the wounds. Over to Dr. Nicholas. May I invite Dr. Nicholas to please come forward for the talk.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Can you hear me? Am I audible? Namaste. Good. First, thank you for inviting me. And really, I have to say thank you to Vaidya Aswin Barot. You know, in India, you have this tradition, you thank your teachers. Because whenever you do something, in some way, it is the wisdom and blessing of the teacher that allows you to do things. So I was working in England at that time. I was doing research in asthma. And I was fascinated by the way Vaidya Aswin Barot was applying Ayurveda in a very precise way, scientific and philosophical at the same time. So I have to thank him for imparting this knowledge in this way. Hello to all the panelists. I think Ayurveda in India in some way and Ayurveda in the West has a slightly different flavor. We say that nobody is a prophet in his own place, that if you have something constantly, you cannot really appreciate the depth and the science behind it. So it's real that Ayurveda, although it uses Sanskrit language and terms that sometimes are not comprehensible in the West, because if you say Urastana Mudanasya, Najanam Yigalam Charet, does not sound so scientific as saying that serotonin and serotonin selective reuptake inhibitors. So sometimes our mind has gone to science, but in a slightly wrong way. In reality, Ayurveda was the first science to talk about genetics, to talk about personalized medicine. And if I move a little more into Agni Karma, that is our, let's say, topic today, although it looks very simple, that traditionally they use the salaka and they will touch with heat a point on the skin, I can say that really Ayurveda is extremely progressed in this. You might know, you might have heard that medicine nowadays moves from the field of chemicals to the field of neuromodulation. Think of something. Our body has a structure. Structure is quite solid. Then we have substances in our body like cholesterol and urea and creatinine that are quite steady. Let's say if you do a blood test today or tomorrow, the cholesterol will be more or less the same, except if you have done something dramatically different. But the chemicals that deal with pain are very fast chemicals that they change within milliseconds. So in reality, if you try to find a chemical to alleviate pain, like opioids or non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs, you cannot target it to just the pain. You're going to have side effects because the chemical you use is very gross compared to the pain signals that work in our brain. Because remember, pain is in the brain. You know, when we do anesthesia, we anesthetize the brain, and that's why the patient has no sense of pain whatsoever. So if one thinks now in modern terms about pain, one should not just think of a gross chemical that you can use. One should think of how can I stimulate the brain in different ways to try to neutralize the pain signal. And we call this neuromodulation in modern medicine. And there are different ways of neuromodulation, and I'll show you some slides in a few seconds. But Agni Karma is a very precise method of neuromodulation. This is how I want this method to stay in the brain of people. We will call it thermal, because Agni is thermal. Micro, because you use a very small area. Cautery, this is the term that is the modern term. Thermal microcautery. And in this way, you mean you apply heat in a very specific way to create a signal that goes to the brain, and then this signal does a lot of things. If one talks about science, you can say that really we have the descending inhibitor pathways. We have pathways from our brain that go to the site of the pain and they inhibit the pain. This is the concept of endorphins. We know morphine is working. Why is it working? Because in our brain, we have receptors that are made for the morphine. This is the endorphin receptors. So we have to be very precise for one reason. When you do neuromodulation, it's like using a key to unlock the pain pathways in the thalamus, to unlock the emotional connections with the pain in limbic system and amygdala, and in this way to neutralize the pain signal. So remember, from my point of view, Agni Karma, although it is a Sanskrit term, you can say it's a thermal microcautery modern neuromodulation technique. Now, remember something Vaidya Srinbharat said about precision, and it makes sense. If you want to open a door, you have many keys, but you have to use a very specific key to open the door, otherwise the door does not open. And what is this key for thermal microcautery? The key is this: precise points you have to apply the thermal microcautery. And I really mean utmost precision. Within few millimeters, it makes a difference. Then you have to have a precise assessment of how the patient reacts when you try to find these points. So you have to communicate very well with the patient. And this is very important for the beginning of the application of the thermal microcautery, plus for the follow-up. Because remember, pain is not something that just stops within a few seconds. You have to see the patient again and again to have a follow-up. So communication with the patient keeping a pain diary, or these modern techniques with visual analog scales, it's very important to do a proper follow-up. How many points you do on a patient? It all depends. What is the constitution of the patient? How is the skin? What is the depth you are going to use for the thermal microcoating? What is the temperature as well? Is it a brittle skin? Is it a soft skin? Where is the area you apply the thermal microcoating? So really the precision applies to everything in the choosing of the points, in the application of thermal microcautery, plus in the follow-up of the pain who has the thermal microcautery procedure done on him. What can I say? I'll tell you one thing. Today is Friday. I was seeing patients. I can tell you that about 2 hours ago, I had a patient who suffers from fibromyalgia. Is a lady. She comes to India often. She cannot move. Her pain scale is number 10. We have done thermal microcautery on her about an hour ago. She came down to the waiting room and she says, it's a miracle. I feel different. And I am reminding you, this patient had pains for 10 years. And she came to me as her last resort to have some pain relief. So it is like a miracle. How can you give a signal to the brain that transforms the patient's lifestyle in this way? I have seen so many cases that I am sometimes telling Vaidya and Bharat that Vaidya and Bharat, give me some Ayurvedic medication, make me 30 years older, so then I can put all my life research in seeing how Agni Karma can be really spread in the world. But he's not giving me this medication to make me 30 years old. So I asked all the panel to ask him to do this for me. Would you do it for me? Dr. Chabra? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Let me share some slides with you, if you allow me. Because now, you know, you have a lockdown. So let me travel you to Greece. This is the center. You know, we're talking about Ayurveda in India. This is the center where we apply all the integrated medicine using Ayurveda. We call it Holistic Health Center. It's in Athens, in a very nice and quiet area. And this would do all. This is where I am just now. So I'm breaking you out of your lockdown. It's like you traveling to Greece for a minute. And I've just used migraine as a type of example because migraine is really a disaster case in the West. We have about 20 million migraine attacks every day, if you can imagine this. And I'm thinking emails, mobile phones, wrong nutrition, more stress even now with the COVID-19, all these lockdown states, this increases. And there are a lot of mechanisms you can use really to work with migraines, but it's small letters, but you can see neuromodulation is one of the mechanisms. And I have to say that we have peripheral neuromodulation, so think that Agni Karma or thermal microcautery is a peripheral neuromodulation technique. We were in Dublin with Vaidya and Bharat a few months ago, and this is a lecture by Peter Goadsby. You might have heard of him. He's behind the, let's say, a lot of research in migraine, and he said that really the neuromodulation is the new ways of dealing with migraine. And here we're in the European Headache Federation. You can see Vaidya Zimbarov, myself, David Dodik, who is in some way, he's one of the main people, the top people in migraine, and Dr. Richard Lipton. And I will take you to just have a look at this. This is a video of a case of migraine. Let me see if I can, 1 second, if I can show you this video. My computer shows different things, not a problem. I'll come back to this in 2 seconds because I have some little peculiar difficulties here. Okay. I'll describe it to you before I show anything. In some way, I had a patient from Malta. She came to see me about 6 months ago. She had migraine for about, I will say, 10 years, we have done the thermal microcautery technique on her. She was lying in the bed. She could not hear any sound. She could not see anything. She had her eyes closed. Her pain scale was vast, and within 15 minutes, she managed to come up, to start smiling, and she said she never had this type of improvement ever again. She said, any medication I have used before really has never helped me again. This happened in October 2019. And I have to say today is May 2020. And although it is like this, she never had a migraine again. I'm going to see her soon. But she said, I want to tell everybody that really method like Agnikarma, this method like thermal microcautery is unique. And I want to spread this message that really this is the best method we have in treating migraine. So in some way, I have to say that it is not a question of an ancient method. Look at it as a very modern method. Simply the Sanskrit words are Sanskrit and look ancient, but think of it as a neuromodulation. Think of it as a precise way to change the pain scale in the patient without side effects. And I have to say whatever Vaidya Barot said earlier, that it's very important to apply this cream that's made out of mastic and solar robust and hue in a modern European technology, that when you put it on the patient does not feel anything. They smile. And I think you have seen in the video he has shown earlier in the Global Agnikarma Center, that really you don't see a patient suffering from burn, you see a patient smiling. So really, I would love to tell everybody it is a method we have to research. I have to say we have published 2 works nowadays in modern medicine, and one work is published regarding knee osteoarthritis. This is together with Dr. Camillus Power, the ex-dean of Faculty of Pain in Dublin. You can find this publication online. And we published another work with migraines in one of the main hospitals in Greece, with the director of the headache clinic there, with very good results. So really, it's not a question of simply talking about it. It is working. 41,000 patients have been treated in India, and in my center as well. So much work has been done that has amazed me in the sense of how Agnikarma can work. I think I might show you the video a little later if we sort out all the electrical difficulties. But in conclusion, thermal microcautery, 1, very precise way, neuromodulation 2, scientific evidence make Agnikarma really a model for treating pain in the future. So I think I will leave you now. Dr. Chabra, thank you. And I will be available for questions and answers later. And if I manage to sort out these electrical things, I might show you this small video as well in a little while. Thank you again.
Your talk was indeed a curtain raiser, sir, on the mechanism of how Agnikarma works. And thanks for deciphering the neuromodulation technique to all of us. And thanks again for taking us to a wonderful journey to Greece. The third speaker, the third panelist of the day is Dr. Umesh Sehgal from Sirsa, Haryana. He is MS Shalya from Gujarat Ayurveda University, Jamnagar. And he has been into Agnikarma practice for the last 16 years. And he's been imparting training as a technical expert in several state level workshops in Haryana. And he's presently working as medical officer, Haryana government, posted at Sirsa. Over to Dr. Umesh Sehgal, please. Dr. Umesh Sehgal.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Ramesh Sehgal. Firstly, I am very thankful to Ayur Yoga and Dr. Preeti Chhabra to giving me opportunity to share my view. And also, good evening to all respected panelists, eminent panelists. Before I come on my topic, which is expanding paradigms of Agni Karam beyond pain management, I give you the brief idea of my view on general Agni Karam. What happened as Kai Chikitsak doing Chikitsa under 2 Upkram or procedure, Langan, Vrangan, or Santarpan, Aptarpan. Being a Shalya scholar, I do my practice in 2 Upkram. The first one is Agni Karam and second one is Rakta Moksha. Reason, as you know, the body is made up of 2 basic elements called Saumya and Agni. Saumya is Shukra and Agni is Ata. And Shukra Shonitam Garbhashyast Atma Prakriti Vikar Samuchitam Garbhityuchyate. We know in process of Garbha formation, Shuk, which is a Saumya Tattva, and Artav, which is the Agneya Tattva, combines in Garbhasya. It shows that we are the constituent of 2 elements, Saumya, which is Shukra, and Agni, which is Artav. The combination of Saumya and Agni should be balanced. If it disturbs, man becomes Vyadhit, Vikaragrast, Rogi. So what I do, if Saumya Tattva increases, I do Agni Karma. And if Agneya Tattva increases, I do Rakta Moksha. This procedure done under the 2 fundamental of Chikitsa given by Maharshi Charak in the very first chapter, Dirgha Jivani Adhyaya. Samanya and Vishesh. Sarvada Sarvabhavanam Samanyam Vruddhi Karanam. Harasetu Vishesh. Simple methods. Now, nowadays what happened? What is happening? The problem is that the most of the Vaidyas purchase the Shalaka and apply where the patient asks he is having a pain. And this makes you only blacksmith, not Agni Karam specialist. So my humble request is to all Vaidya, before doing this wonderful or miraculous procedure, you should have the basic knowledge of Agni and how it works, and also the Karya Kshetra, which is the body. So you should have the vast knowledge of anatomy when you are want to do Agni Karma or Rakta Moksha. Again, the problem is that the most of the Ayurveda fraternity consider Agni Karma as a pain relieving technique. But in my view, this is not true. Yes, yeah, you can relieve the pain miraculously by Agni Karma. But if you burn the tissue, the local tissue metabolism get improved, and thus it leads to increased demand of oxygen and nutrient of tissue. This further leads to better delivery of nutrients and more efficient to removal the waste product, hence speeding up the natural process of repair. So Agni Karam is not only a pain relieving technique. Actually, it's a technique who purifies the body and speed up the healing mechanism of the body. Shabd Kalpadrum clearly describes the nature of Agni. There are 5 Mahabhut: Akash, Vayu, Agni, and Prithvi. And Agni is a type of Tejo Mahabhut. This Tejo Mahabhut having hot, sharp, and subtle in nature. What Ushna Gun does? It does the pachan, digestion of the toxins. What the sharp gun does? It is a Agni Mahabhut Pradhana Gun. Lekhan kar, pak kar, daha kar. Hemadri says, Yasya Shodhane Shakti Sah Tikshnaha. It means it's a Stroto Shodhan. It means it does the capillary pure. Sukshma Gun, that is the combination of Vayu and Akash. It is a Stroto Vikasakar. So what happened? His small toxin came out very precisely from the body. And in the last, a factor possessing Tej Mahabhut in Vachaspati, Agni is defined as Naine Parinayam Iti. That which changes is an organism or a substance including that is a key factor of transformation. Since Agni is derivative of Tej Mahabhut, it carries spark in which the inherent feature is change. In nutshell, Acharya Chakrapani says, Agni Gun Janakam eva nacha dravya janakam. Agni only brings
We cannot hear.
There was some glitch in the net connectivity. Dr.
Yeah.
Umesh, could you please repeat previous 2 minutes?
am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes.
Am I
There is some glitch in the net connectivity. Please repeat.
Hello?
Yes. All okay.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay. As Galhan says, Vyadhi Vat Kafatmaka Tatra Agnikaram Adhikara. Pariharastu Rakta Pittad. We have three energies. One is Vat, second one is Pitta, and third one is Kapha. Vat is responsible for functional changes. Pitta is responsible for metabolic changes, and Kapha is responsible for structural changes. And Dalhan says that the Adhikar Kshetra of Agni Karam is Vata Kapaja Vyadhi. And the person who is a Pitta Prakriti or Pitta type of disease are prohibited or abandoned it in the Agni Karam procedure. Again, if you see the contradiction of Agni Karam, should prohibited the Agni Karam who are not fit for the Svedan Karam. And if we apply the Arthapatti Praman, it means that the person who is fit for Svedan Karam is fit for Agni Karam. Dush is Tvak, Mas, Sira, Snayu, Sandhi, and Asti. We found Dosh, Vat and Kapha Vyadhi. We found Dushya, Tvak, Mas, Sira, Snayu, Sandhi, Asti, and Agni Karam. So, what happened? Beside pain relieving technique, we are doing Agni Karam on Vata Kapha Vikar. Every Vata Kapha Vikar, where Stroto Rodh is there, where Gaurav is there, where Alas is there, we are doing Agni Karam. Shwasakasht is there, sinusitis is there, keloid is there, Arbud is there, Granthi is there. We are doing Agni Karam successfully. And as we know that Agni Karam is a Apunarbhava Chikitsa. If you do Agni Karam in Arbud, if you are doing Agni Karam insist, you find that it does not occur again. But one thing I also want to talk, most of the people talk about Sushrut, 12th chapter Agni Karam Adhyay. Some people are quoted Ashtang Hriday. I am quoting three quotes. I am quoting from Vasavaraji in Pandu. Dvaya angule adha kapur tu dahet tamra shalakaya. In Pandu, I am doing Agni Karam in elbow joint, 2 angle below, and getting the excellent result. Though it is a Pitta Vyadi, most of you say that is a Pitta Vyadi, but I am doing Rakta Mokshan, and then after doing Agni Karam in Pandu, Dvayangule Adha Kapur tu Dahita Tamra Shalakya, and using what? Tamra Shalak. Again in Kamala, Ghutika Mani Bande Cha Tahit Sukshma Shalakaya. In Kamla, knee joint and wrist joint, Agni Karam done with gold and silver shalak. And third, Vasam Raji quote in Grahani and Atisar, in diarrhea and IBS. And there is a conversion between the god Shiv and Parvati. And this conversation, they are giving the idea in Agni Karam. What they are saying, Shruno Devi Prakshyami, Devatva Kathayasme, Agni Vaidyamatah Karya Shunashva Ayat Lochane, Ittadeshain Dahed Loh Shalakaya. They are using in diarrhea, in granny, Loh Shalaka. Vinasthi Mule, root of the spinal cord. Chakrabham Nabhe, नाभि के चारों तरफ चद्वय अंगुला अधा, नाभि के नीचे 2 अंगुल चक्राकार आपने अग्नि क्रम करना है, और पीछे की ओर कहां पर करना है? स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के रूट पर. So because there is a vast subject, what we do, as Dr. Nicholas says, that skin is a thermoreceptor. Whatever you done in Agni Karam, त्वक दग्ध शब्द प्रादुर्भावो दुर्गंधता त्वक संकोच च त्वक दग्ध. So from as we know that skin is a thermoreceptor. So thermoreceptor, the receptor is going on to the, from the dorsal root or ventral root ganglion, ultimate it's up to the it goes to the spine. So I divide the spine into 5 parts. C1 to C7 is the area of pranavayu. T1 to T5 is the area of pranavayu. T1 to T8 is the area of vayu. Or L1 to L5 is the area of apanavayu. That gives you the idea. If you are suffering from the constipation, you do Agni Karma on the Apan Kshetra, L1, between L1 to L5. If you have vertigo, if you have cervical spondylosis, if you have a headache, you do. If you have sinusitis, if you have asthma, you do Agni Karma in the Prana Kshetra. That is T1 to C7. Though it is a Shalya procedure, so if you hear, you forgot. You see, you remember. And if you do, you understand. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Umesh. This was really an out-of-the-box thought process, the Saumya and Agneya concept applied in Agni Karma. And of course, you have expanded the paradigms of Agni Karma beyond pain management and treating the systemic disorders as well. Thank you for your very lucid presentation. Next, I would like to call upon
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Sudeep Verma. Thank you. I would like to call upon Dr. Sudeep Verma from Lucknow, who will be talking about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in Agni Karma. He is a medical officer in Lucknow, and he's been a clinical research coordinator and clinical research associate as well. I welcome Dr. Sudeep Verma to the forum to address the forum.
Thank you, Dr. Piti Chhabra. And first of all, I like to greet my guru and my give gratitude to him, Dr. Ashwini Barot. I will learn Agni Karma from their center, Global Agni Karma. Hello, are you Dr. Nicholas?
We're on the same platform today. That's great.
Yes. So this session is very much interesting so far, and I was going through all the questions they were asking in the text box. So I think that there is so many people who are doing BMS and the final year student and they're practicing right now. So I think that the SWOT analysis, the SWOT, the strength, weakness, and opportunity and threat. So I would like to share my PPT. So that you can so here I'm sending my sharing my PPT. SWOT analysis. So hello everyone. This is SWOT analysis of Agni Karma. The SWOT is stand for S for strength, W for weaknesses, O for opportunity, and T for threat. And this is what Agni Karma is. Agni Karma is an ancient technique derived from Ayurveda, thermal cautery, and the legendary Vedic Indian surgeon Sushrut. And this is how it is work. This is to stimulate the regional nerve, reduce joint stiffness, increase tissue metabolism, improve local blood circulations, and muscle relaxation. Now come to strength. The first point is fast relief. अग्निकर्म बहुत जल्दी इफेक्ट करता है. क्विक रिलीफ होता है. पेशेंट जो मैंने प्रैक्टिस में देखा है कि पेशेंट बेड से उठता है और उसको आराम होता है. कुछ किसी पेशेंट को 10%, किसी को 5%, किसी को 20%. Very much effective in Vata and Kapha, as Dr. Umnesh Sehgal told कि ये वात और कफ व्याधि में बहुत effective होता है. Effective in both the condition as chronic as well as acute pain. तो दोनों तरह के इसमें कोई साइड इफेक्ट नहीं होता है. इफेक्टिव रिजल्ट इन 2-3 वीक्स, 2-3 सप्ताह में रिजल्ट आ जाते हैं अगर हम एक विजिट पर वीक करते हैं तो. उसके बाद अग्नि ही अकेला एक पंच महाभूत है जो कभी भी पॉल्यूटेड नहीं हो सकता, प्रदूषित नहीं हो सकता. अग्निकर्म से आप सर्जरी और को अवॉइड कर सकते हैं, आप पोस्टपोन कर सकते हैं. कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव है और लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट मेड इंडिया, ये इंडियन थेरेपी है. अब हम बात करेंगे वीकनेसेस की. तो ये पित्त प्रकृति में लेस इफेक्टिव होता है. मैंने क्वेश्चन अभी देख रहा था, आप लोग के जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे कि कितनी सिटिंग चाहिए होती है, कितना वो होता है, तो मैं सब उसी पे आप लोगों को सकता है मेरी पीपीटी आपके क्वेश्चंस का आंसर देगी. स्लो रिस्पॉन्स इन रूमेटॉइड पेशेंट, थोड़ा सा कम रिस्पॉन्स मिलता है रूमेटॉइड में. अपत्य में खट्टे पदार्थों का सेवन नहीं किया जाता है और इसमें सेल्फ ट्रीटमेंट नहीं कर सकते. मतलब हो सकता है कि अपने ऊपर आप अग्निकर्म नहीं कर सकते, आप किसी की आवश्यकता होगी अग्निकर्म करने के लिए. और लैक ऑफ रेफरल्स, मतलब इवन वैद्यास आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ अग्निकर्म. मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों से बात करी है तो बहुत सारे लोग, जैसे जनरली भारत में जो वैद्यास हैं उनको अग्निकर्म के बारे में बहुत ज्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है या फिर दे आर नॉट अवेयर कि अग्निकर्म कितना इफेक्टिव हो सकता है, तो आपको रेफरल नहीं मिलते हैं. अपॉर्चुनिटीज में बहुत ही कम प्रैक्टिस होता है. मैंने देखा है लखनऊ में या यूपी में, मेरे पास बहुत दूर दूर से पेशेंट आते हैं, फैजाबाद, बिहार और कहाँ से. तो मुझे लगता है कि अग्निकर्म के डॉक्टर बहुत ही सीमित हैं. तो ये बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. आप अगर अग्निकर्म प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो आप पायनियर हो सकते हैं अपने शहर में और prevalence of joint pain disorder is 22% to 39% in India. Pain relief market is estimated to be around 4,200 crore, which include all forms of the product in cream, gel, spray and balm. तो देखिए इतना बड़ा मार्केट है और डू द मैथ, जैसे हम अभी मैंने बताया कि 22% से 39% पेशेंट है जॉइंट पेन के। अगर आप इतने परसेंट पॉपुलेशन को जितना वो खर्च करते हैं, मतलब एक साल में जितना एनुअली उनका बजट होता है जॉइंट अपनी बीमारी पे, अगर उसको मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं 80% ऑफ पॉपुलेशन तो वो मार्केट शेयर आता है। कितना बड़ा मार्केट जॉइंट पेन का। आप अग्निकर्म को किस, जैसे डॉक्टर उमेश सहगल ने बताया कि आप कई बीमारियों में इसका उपयोग करते हैं, अर्बुद में यूज करते हैं, स्किन ट्रीटमेंट में यूज करते हैं, तो आप मैथ लगा सकते हैं कि देखो कितना बड़ा मार्केट है अग्निकर्म का, कितनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटीज है। थ्रेट में क्या है कि इट लुक इजी बट डूइंग इट इज नॉट इजी। आप, इसलिए मैं सभी वैद्यों से कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर आप अग्निकर्म में ट्राई करना चाहते हैं तो पहले किसी एक्सपर्ट से सीखें उसको, प्रॉपर एक्सपीरियंस लेने के बाद ही अग्निकर्म स्टार्ट करें, क्योंकि अग्नि इज प्री सर्जिकल प्रोसेस और अग्नि को मौत का हथियार माना है, ठीक है। मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल नॉट अवेयर, जनता को पता ही नहीं अग्निकर्म क्या होता है। मैं लखनऊ प्रैक्टिस मैंने बहुत अच्छी किया लास्ट 2-3 सालों में, तो मुझे लोगों को समझाना पड़ता है कि अग्निकर्म एक नई पैथी नहीं, पुरानी पैथी है। आयुर्वेद की जितना आयुर्वेद पुराना उतना अग्निकर्म ही पुराना है। लोगों के मन में डाउट आता है, लॉट्स ऑफ डाउट अबाउट दिस इफेक्ट। लोगों के मन में बहुत सारा डाउट ये आता है कि भैया हमारे डॉक्टर साहब ने तो पीजीआई के डॉक्टर साहब ने बताया था कि घुटने का ऑपरेशन होगा या स्पाइन का ऑपरेशन होगा डॉक्टर साहब, और ये अग्निकर्म से कैसे ठीक हो जाएगा। तो लोगों के मन में बहुत डाउट रहते हैं। पीपल टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड। जब आप आयुर्वेद की पद्धति होती है तो लोग सोचते हैं कि अरे आयुर्वेद है फिर करा लेंगे, वो फॉलो अप नहीं करते ठीक से। आप उनको 7 दिन बाद बुलाएंगे, वो 12 दिन बाद आएंगे, 1 महीने बाद आएंगे, डॉक्टर साहब आपने करा था, आराम हो गया, फिर वो वापस आ गया, मुझे वापस आना पड़ा, ठीक है। लैक ऑफ एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिस कम होता है तो इसका एडवर्टाइजमेंट भी बहुत कम होता है, लोगों को कम पता है। और सबसे बड़ा प्रेशर है आपका पीयर ग्रुप। आपके लोग ही आपको बताएंगे कि यार क्या तुम चक्कर में पड़ रहे हो, कहाँ अग्निकर्म कर रहे हो, और आपके पीयर ग्रुप बताएंगे उधर मत जाओ, अग्निकर्म दग्ध करते हैं, दागते हैं। तो ये गलत टर्म यूज करते हैं, आपको सही टर्म यूज करना है अग्निकर्म। उसके बाद पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस मैं शेयर करूंगा अपना कि देयर इज नो पिल फॉर एवरी इल। आप ये सोच लीजिए कि ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब आप जो भी अग्निकर्म से कोई पेशेंट 100% ठीक है, ठीक होते हैं, मैक्सिमम पेशेंट ठीक होते हैं, पर अगर आपको कोई पेशेंट ये बोलता है कि सर मुझे आराम नहीं हुआ है, तो आप इसका मतलब ये नहीं, आप फ्रस्ट्रेट नहीं होंगे। देयर इज नो पिल फॉर एवरी इल। हर किसी व्यक्ति का इलाज नहीं हो सकता है, हर बीमारी का इलाज हो सकता है, पर हर बीमार का इलाज नहीं कर सकते हम लोग। और ये मैंने कुछ सीखा है कि योगा इज पर्सनलाइज नॉट जनरलाइज, क्योंकि मैंने देखा है कुछ लोग अभी टीवी देख के मॉर्निंग्स में योगा अपना करने लगते हैं। एक पेशेंट मेरे पास, एक छोटा सा अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहता हूँ। एक पेशेंट मेरे पास थी, पिछले 2-3 महीने से मेरे पास आ रही थी, शी वाज अनएबल टू वॉक, और मैंने उसमें कुछ सेशन अग्निकर्म किए और वो शी इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन। पर कुछ दिनों बाद वो मेरे पास आती है कि सर वो स्थिति फिर वैसी होगी। मैंने खूब सोचा कि आखिर ऐसा कैसे हो गया कि अग्निकर्म वापस अपनी पहले जैसी स्थिति में आ गया। तो फिर इसके बाद मैंने रूल आउट किया, तो खैर उसी भगवान ने ऐसी मदद करी। कुछ पेशेंट हमारे पास, एक पेशेंट ऐसी मेरे पास आया, उसने बताया उसको सेम सिम्टम्स वैसे हो रहे थे, तो उसने कहा सर मैंने योगा किया था टीवी से देख के। मैं योगा को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं कर रहा हूं, मतलब मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर आपको योगा करना है, योग करना चाहते हैं, तो आप किसी एक्सपर्ट की सलाह से प्रॉपर अपने हिसाब से योगा को पर्सनलाइज बनाइए। फिर जब मैंने उस लेडी से जब पूछा कि आपको क्या योगा करती है, उसने कहा सर मैंने सोचा कि सर्दियां स्टार्ट हो गई है, मैं वॉक में नहीं जा सकती हूँ, तो मैं योगा स्टार्ट करती हूँ। तो उसको वापस प्रॉब्लम हुई। तो इसका मतलब ये कि जो मैंने सीखा है कि आप किसी पेशेंट को योग आसन करना के लिए कहेंगे तो उनसे जरूर कहिए कि आप, क्योंकि इसमें बैकबोन इन्वॉल्व रहती है, तो आप किसी से उनसे कहिए कि आप किसी पर्सनल ट्रेनर से मदद लें या किसी एक्सपर्ट से बात करें। इफ यू चार्ज लेस, पीपल डोंट टेक हेल्थ सीरियसली। आप कम पैसे लेंगे, कम फीस चार्ज करेंगे, पेशेंट आपको सीरियसली नहीं लेगा और अपनी हेल्थ का ध्यान रखेगा। आप उनसे ठीक से चार्ज करिए। जब आप ज्यादा चार्ज करते हैं तो पेशेंट आपकी बात ध्यान सुनता है और अब वो अपनी हेल्थ का ख्याल रखता है। यू आर नॉट ट्रीटिंग टू पेशेंट बट फॉर द पेशेंट। मतलब आप किसी अपना जो ट्रीटमेंट है नॉट टू द पेशेंट, वी आर ट्रीटिंग फॉर द पेशेंट, मतलब उनकी बेटरमेंट के लिए हम लोग काम करते हैं। और अग्निकर्म में देखिए मिरेकल टू हैपेंस, ठीक है। और अगर कोई क्वेश्चंस के अलावा आपके पास रह गया हो तो आप बोल सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Dr. Sudeep, for a very crisp presentation about SWOT. I'm grateful to all the panelists for gracing this panel, and we got a very, very comprehensive capsule on Agni Karma today, which we are taking away to homes. And I would like to address the question answers quickly. This is a question from Ajay Patel. Please explain the relief from chronic back pain and knee pain. I would like Dr. Ashwin Baru to address this, please.
What's the question?
Please explain the
Go ahead.
relief from chronic back pain and knee pain.
Yeah. He has already asked the question. I should answer. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, chronic back and knee, just to see what is the age of the
pain,
patient.
yes.
Because prakruti of the patient is very important. Desha, Kala, Rutu, Vai. I didn't go into detail because I love fundamentals of Ayurveda. But back and knee depends on how bad the condition is. But any pain, you know, I don't want to say that Dr. Sehgal say it works for so many other diseases, which I entirely agree. I say let's start with the pain, which Agni Karma is wonderful. It works for asthma, works for so many diseases. But going back to the back and knee, what somebody is asking question, if the patient is not old, say example, how old is the patient? I mean, do we interact or we just take the question? Do we interact with the person who is asking question or simply answer?
Just
okay. For back and knee pain, find any good Vaidyas, as Dr. Verma has said. Somebody should be well trained Agni Karma, because sometimes Vaidyas say anybody can do it, you know, and it is a skill. It's a parasitical procedure. So you should be skilled properly. What I say to the person who is asking question, that you should go to some qualified, proper Agni Karma specialist around you and get treated. You will, I cannot say 100%, but 99% you will get better. So Agni Karma is a boon as far as Ayurveda is concerned and pain is concerned. When I say like that, I do a lot of scientific work. I look into the science, what they are talking about. What is neuromodulation? Then I say. So for back and knee, go to any qualified doctor, Ayurvedist, and say, have you been trained in Agni Karma? And as Sudeep Verma, I was very happy to hear by saying, you must get trained properly. And when you get trained properly, believe me, all the doubts you have about Agni Karma goes away. Because I tell the practitioners who are studying Agni Karma, I say take 500 leaves, and we try to start making them to do on the leaves first. And when they have done 500 leaves, I say your hand is confident, and then it is an art. You know, if you're a surgeon, no point of reading theoretically, it has to be done by hand. Next question.
Dr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. There's another question. Which shalaka is better to use, and direct heat like shalaka with candles, heating, or indirectly heat? First heat, then apply shalaka. Which is better? This question goes to Dr. Umesh Sehgal. I would like him to answer this, please.
Please repeat the question, please.
The question is, just a minute. Which shalaka is better to use, and direct heat like shalaka with candles heating, or indirectly heat, first heat then apply shalaka? Which is better?
Actually, nowadays the Vedyas are using is a Panchadhatu shalaka. But in my opinion, you have all type of shalaka. There is Swarn shalaka, Rajat shalaka, Loh shalaka, and Tamra shalaka too. Number two, what they are talking about, that this is the indirect heating. We do Agni Karam in three ways. The first one is burning. The second one is threatening. Burning, heating, and threatening. So if you want to just heat, one case I want to share with you, a pregnant lady having the pain in his knee and neck, and she don't want to take any medicine, and he know about me, and she's my actually student. She came, and I do Agni Karam, indirect Agni Karam, because she is pregnant, so I do not use the direct heat. I just use the candle, or you should use the uh, um, adrak, ginger piece, and then you do the Agni Karam on that point.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Umesh. This is a question for whether Svin Barod sir. Please tell us the cream used in Paschat Karma to reduce burn. Please share the name of the cream.
Sorry?
Please share the name of the cream which you apply as Paschat Karma.
Okay, correct. The cream gets prepared with the Soria Robusta and Rumi Mastaki, which come from Greece. His name is Holistic Burn Cool Cream, which if somebody is interested, they contact the Global Agni Karma Center. If anybody wants to know more about Agni Karma and the work we do, go to the website, globalagnikarma.com, and you will get plenty of information about Agni Karma. And if you ask the doctor, there are 4 doctors there who are the best to my mind. They have done all these thousands of patients, and their hands are so skilled. So they can contact for the cream to the center, and they will tell them whom to contact to get it. Okay.
This is a very vast topic actually. Can you please tell us different points of Agni Karma in different diseases? I think this is a very vast topic.
Can I was happy to hear Dr. Schlegel was talking about, I hope I am pronouncing correct name, I have not met him.
Thank you.
But to, is not only for the pain. My Prakriti, I hope you will be able to know, is Pitta. Am I right? I like practical thing. So all other thing what he said regarding Pandu, I am also thinking not about pain. I am going into the depth of Unmada and Apasmara. That
Yes,
how Agni Karma can help Unmada and Apasmara. But I am a kind, because I have lived in Britain for so many years, until I don't have enough proof, I don't speak. Say example, for asthma, you do Agni Karma and you give basic Ayurvedic treatment. It will work wonder. But we are doing a lot of research work at the moment in other disease in relation to Agni Karma. And that's why I say boon. I use the word boon in the beginning. But because of the research strategy and to proceed, it takes time. But in so many diseases, I will not say it is only for the pain. Pain is one of the factors of Agni Karma. And I would like, I always emphasize, be precise, number one. It is a parasurgical procedure. And there should be more Vaidyas who want to learn. There should be more Vaidya who wants to teach. And this is open. We are living in 2020. And, few days ago, our Prime Minister said, Atmanirbhar, self-reliance. We should not look towards the Western country to find a magic pill for the pain. In America, there is an opioid crisis. Put in the Google search, opioid crisis. America is stuck because when you have pain, they start prescribing opioid. And Ayurveda has got such a wonderful opportunity. If you're Vaidya, I want to encourage young Vaidya. If you don't have anything at all, you have a salaka and have a little cream, and you can cure the patient within a year. We will be known in your city. Really, you don't need anything else. Dr. Verma, am I agree? Dr. Verma, do you understand? You have to have a salaka. I always tell the young Vaidya, have a salaka in the hand and little cream in another hand. You should learn how to practice Agni Karma, and you can do well. And not to be afraid, not looking for the Western country always for the cure. And mechanism, don't worry, because if you come across a pain consultant or orthopedic, what they will say, I'll tell you. Modern way. What is the mechanism of Agni Karma? That's what they say. What do they say, Dr. Chabra? They say,
Yes.
what is the mechanism of, I say, tell me the mechanism of pain. वो क्या पूछते हैं हम लोगों को? What they are asking, how are we breaking the samprapti of a pain in Ayurvedic terminology? I say, you explain to me the samprapti of the pain itself first. Then we will show how it works. Because I have really gone into depth, because Dr. Kostopoulos was talking about migraine. I'll take 2 more minutes. He was talking about migraine. I say to Dr. Nicholas, Dr. Campbell, and all the allopaths that I know, I say, can we do functional MRI before the Agni Karma, during the Agni Karma, and after the Agni Karma to see how migraine get decreased? For the migraine, I just tell you, there is a latest drug molecule they have found in the West called CGRP. Do you know the cost, Dr. Chabra? The cost of this drug is $700 a month, which is 50,000 rupees a month. Do you know the cure? If you got 15 migraine attack per month, it will become 8 to 10. Agni Karma, we can show one after another, 30 years of migraine. With the 5 to 7 session, we have several cases which I will be hesitant to use word cure, but if you don't have a migraine for 3 months, it should be called cure. And all the medication has been stopped. So I believe, maybe is my enthusiasm, one should take 10 neurologists of India, 10 neurologists of Ayurvedic doctor who knows Agni Karma, and say, let's do clinical study. Well, find something in Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, 10 neurologists. Tell them, let's get 10 migraine patients, treat the patient and see how, because what we have in Ayurveda, not explanation, the mechanism, the modern way, we must have a evidence-based medicine, clinical study. And I really believe, because I have got some good neurologist friends who are famous in India, and we discuss and we talk. I will not mention his name, but what he does, Dr. Chabra will be happy to know, and other Vaidyas or people listening, he will get, patient will go, migraine patient, he will prescribe all the modern drugs, and in the end he writes in his prescription, I say, all drug I have prescribed, try and not to take it, go and get Agni Karma done.
Yes.
Really. And this is what is the wonder of Ayurveda. And I always say we should thank to our teachers, our books, our Samhita. It's not easy. It is really not easy. If we did not have books, we would not be able to propagate Ayurveda the way we do it. And it's a gold mine. India has all the herbs, all the techniques. I think we should have more encouragement from the Ayush or government of India to propagate Ayurveda more and show to the world the way. I'm saying not to just learn from the West. We can be leading force to show to the world how we can do the healthcare for the patients who are suffering from a pain.
And Dr. Chabra, if you would like, I will start a video. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Carry on.
Talking about migraine, I can show you a 2-minute video of a migraine patient, how they recover with Agni Karma. Is this okay with you? Can I put it on?
Yes. Please put it on.
Here it is. This is thermal microcautery. This is the patient. Describe how you feel your pain. No, it is.
It's from the temple area, right to underneath my eyes, all the way back. Pressure on my head.
For how long has it been like this? For the last half an hour?
Yeah, more or less.
Half an hour. Okay. And the scale of the pain, if you think 0 to 10, what is it?
At the moment, it's probably about 9.
About 9, okay. Do you have any other symptoms? Stomach, eyes, sounds?
It's bearable, but with my eyes closed, that's preferable.
So the light is bearable. What about the sounds?
No, it's quite quiet.
Okay. Any nausea?
No.
Okay, all right. And now we have done the thermal microwater. You have seen the procedure in the Global Acne Karma Center. Here for medical confidentiality and ethical reasons, we don't show the procedure. 15 minutes later.
I've done this procedure, the thermal microwater, about 15 minutes ago. Tell us how you feel now.
Energized. I'm happy. I'm full of life. I can do things. I can do normal.
And the pain that was around 9, what is it now?
God.
God. Excellent, okay. Has it ever happened again with anything else?
No, no way, no.
Okay. And now with the light, you can see.
Yes, look at my eyes, they're wide open.
Yes, and everything looks okay. Good. So you're happy? And no stress now, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Excellent, okay. Hannah, enjoy your weekend.
So, this was this case that they come and really they feel relief within 10, 15 minutes. No medication can do this in this way without side effects. So I really believe Agni Karma can be a future. Don't forget, in the West, migraine will be an epidemic and it will get worse and worse in this way.
Dr. Chabra,
That's great.
the last word I'll tell you. I mean, for the chronic pain is one thing, for migraine is another thing. There is no medication, there is no procedure, there is no surgery in the world which can decrease the migraine pain within 3.5 to 4 minutes. We check the timing. So we have to start thinking that in Ayurveda there are treatments which give relief immediately. Okay, just
Very tight.
so I love, as I said from beginning.
Actually.
Okay. As I said from
Yes.
as I said, I want all Vaidyas to love Ayurveda. That's it. Okay. Take care. Thank you for inviting us. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to just add on that we have all seen beautiful case of migraine. I think this was again a journey back to Greece. And as is always said in Ayurveda, pratyaksham kim pramanam. So we don't need to explain the mechanism always, just that the patient should be relieved of his agony or his or her agony. That's the most important part, most important component of treatment, I think. Nobody is more apt than the patient himself or herself. And we should take him or her by the words the patient says. And with this, I think we are done for the day. A last question I would like to take up. There's a question which is asking the Global Agni Karma Center, sir, which you showed the video clip, which is an advanced tool which is being used at Global Agni Karma. That is apparatus we saw in the video clip.
I'll tell you, because we use Agni Karma, the Salaka as well. This is recently prepared an instrument which it is gives the heat. It took some time because we would like to modernize. So it does the same work. The temperature remains the same like a Salaka, and the machine has been prepared with our engineers. And same principle is same. Instead of heating in open fire, patient get afraid. What's going on when you put the Salaka? You show this machine is the same principle. And the tip of that thing, what they was doing Salaka, get heated, and you do the Agni Karma. This is a modern version of Salaka. Let's put it like that.
That's a very good innovation. I congratulate you for that. Just for the knowledge of every one of us who's in the meeting room, what is the cost of this instrument?
I think they are not selling it at the moment, but I'll tell the doctors because they work so hard. But first, even to use this instrument, the tip of that thing, I always tell the student who comes to study, do with the Salaka around 1,000 patients, then you use this machine because it's so precise, so delicate. If you do deeper, it becomes third-degree burn, which one should not try. So people who has not done Agni Karma, you should stick to your Salaka, heat it up, and when you have done 500,000 patients, then you think about the machine. Okay?
Right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks again. We are done for the day. And may these deliberations bring exuberance in your life, and may all who have attended have a Shilaka tomorrow morning in the hand for the patients, of course. I would switch over to Mr. Praveen Prabhakar for the closing remarks of the session.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am, Ashwin sir, Nicholas sir, Dr. Sandeep ji, and Dr. Umesh ji for this wonderful and informative session. I would also like to thank Vivek Vikas sir and the entire IDYOG team. NASYA always plays a vital role in any initiative taken for Ayurveda. The association is Vigyan Bharati's initiative for Ayurveda. I am also a NASYAN. Hope in IDYOG Expo we will create a new story together. Thanks to all NASYA friends, Vaidyas and students. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.